All right, what's up, guys? Anthony here, Special Analysis. Welcome to the video. Want to talk about navigating the NASDAQ after or during news releases. So I'm not a big proponent of holding into a news release. As you can see, 8:30 this morning, we had a whole bunch of news that came out. I mean, 5 or 6 different things hit the wire. So buying or trying to navigate this is a little bit difficult, right? But when you become seasoned at understanding what price action is doing, how volume's affecting it, you can start to put in these support layers that if they hold, the NASDAQ should continue higher into predetermined levels. So we got this big whipsaw, and just notice, like, the price action was really kind of choppy, trending higher, but really not as clean as you would like it to be. Now, when there's anticipation of heavy news, especially at 8:30 before the market opens, like, guys, it is what it is. So, since we start trading at 8 o'clock, it's more often than not that we do encounter 8:30 news releases. So I advise my traders all the time, listen, trying to trade the news itself is very dangerous. It's very volatile. You have to have a very tolerant stomach for it. But what you can do is just be patient. Let the news transpire. Let me interpret the price action for you and then work off of that. And that's actually what they had the opportunity to do today. So let me explain to you exactly what happened. Our short-term and long-term bias at this point in time is to the upside, right? So we are looking to buy the market with multiple time frames trending in a particular direction. So price action ends up settling really high up here on high volatility on that 8:30 news. So I put in this support line right here and I go, listen, guys, if we don't violate this next candle, right? If we don't violate, meaning close below the body of this next candle or the high of this volatility candle, there's a better than not chance that we find support here and we push up into this weekly pivot. And guys, that's exactly what happened. You can see we popped up here. We even popped up again. The buying stayed consistent. So I knew at this level, the buyers were in control. And ultimately, the sellers pushed back in, retested it, found support, didn't close below it, closed and opened at it one more time. And guys, this is a 100-tick push from this support line into this weekly pivot. Just a little over 100 ticks. Okay, you can be done for the day, made all the money that you needed to make in a matter of 3, 6, 9, 12 minutes. 12 minutes, guys. Right? 100 ticks on the NASDAQ. Do that with a handful of contracts. Not a bad day's pay, right? So we put in this next support line. What's the trouble with this support line? We are finding genuine resistance here at this weekly pivot. So I said to him, I'm like, with a greater amount of caution, if this support line holds, we probably penetrate the weekly pivot. How far we go from there, I'm not sure, because I can see that our fast moving average is starting to kind of come together after spending too much time sideways. I can see my MACD histogram starting to weaken, but this was the setup here, right here after the news release. I literally drew this line right after this candle closed. I said, well, the buyers pushed up. We continue to have high interest in buying. We put this big wick in. If we hold above the close of this candle and above the low of this candle body, the open, this will be our support line. And that's what it was. And from there, we pushed straight higher. So guys, if you are trading the NASDAQ, the S&P, light sweet crude oil, or gold futures every single morning, and you want my analysis, you want my interpretation, you want use of my tools, you want use of my 13 years experience, there's some links below this video. I encourage you to click on them, consume the content, send me an email with a bunch of questions. Guys, if you are so inexperienced that you're not really sure what a candlestick is or moving averages or any of the basics or understanding price action or volume, this might be over your head. And if it is, I'm going to just tell you the truth that you may not be ready for this level of interpretation quite yet, because we're looking at volume, price action, liquidity, momentum, all kinds of things. But for somebody who has got those basics down, who's just looking to get that next level of understanding, this might be perfect for you. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you in the next video.